Um, Welcome to Rising Vibrations. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for watching. What's going on? It's anybody's guess. I think this reading is for those of you who are feeling a bit unsettled, but you don't know absolutely why you're feeling this way. You can have certain life challenges and things happening that are putting pressure on you, but it's a bit more. It's a bit more than that. And you know it. You can feel it. You feel it every day in different ways and in different areas. In particular, around love issues or relationship issues, you can be feeling quite complacent or even numb, or even like you really don't care. Like almost love has left you, or the feelings of love have left you, or even that they're a very low priority for you right now. You just don't care about it anymore. You can also be feeling very impatient, like you're tired of waiting, but you may not even know what you're waiting for. You can be waiting for a change. You can be waiting for a change in your circumstances. You can be feeling complacent. You could be feeling apathetic. But again, you're just like, you just feel off. You feel off. You feel off balanced. And you feel a bit fed up. And you may have had some challenges, either health-wise or financially, which would add to your situation, which would add to why you are feeling this way. But again, it's a bit more than that. So we're going to look at each one of the zodiac signs. I kind of did take some notes that I wanted to go over, but in the end, I didn't really use them because I like things to come across more naturally. We're going to look at each of the zodiac signs to see what we can find out and basically what we can say to try to help. And I would also ask all the viewers, as you watch the videos for your elemental sign, that you say a little prayer for yourself, and also that you say a prayer for those who are suffering and having a hard time. Let's try to use our collective energy to build each other up. So let me go ahead and start the readings. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. This reading is for Aquarius. You have the premise of the reading already, but I will say specifically for the Aquarius, because I've been doing that for all the signs, what it might look and feel like. This is a general dissatisfaction for your lot in life. You come so far, not much that you can change anyway, but you're in general not happy with where you are. You want things to be better for you. You want your situation to be better for you, but you have a lot of limitations around this, as many of the other signs do. Because once you walk a certain path, once you choose a certain path, things are set in motion, and then it's very hard to turn things around, especially years and years and years later. Years and years and years later, what do you want to do at that point if you have decades go by? So it's really about trying to accept where you are and what you have to work with for Aquarius. So let's see where we are for Aquarius. This is the Seven of Wands. This is a type of inner turbulence. This could also be someone who was injured. They can even have a physical injury or some type of a physical health issue to their body that they were involved with causing, even if it was an accident. And then they look back and they're like, oh man, I wish I didn't smoke, or I wish I didn't handle that fire, or I wish I didn't get burned in this way, something like this. But they can't change it anymore because it already happened, but they haven't totally accepted an injury of a kind in this Seven of Wands. It's still impacting them. Even if they thought they coped with it, they're still wish that they didn't have this injury. It can also be a financial injury. It doesn't have to be a physical injury. It doesn't have to be health related. Um, yeah, so let's see how we can get past this energy for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Major Arcana, Judgment. This is really about accepting your situation for what it is. It's, you know, this is also being comfortable for other people's situation, even if you might feel a bit envious about it. If people have a chance to start over, what does that mean? I'm not sure. It's something here like looking around at what other people have, or other, I think Cancer has something similar, looking around at what other people have or what other people are doing or what other people have at their disposal and feeling like you wish it could be you. But this is about accepting where you are right now and not looking at other people outside of you. What else do we have here? With the King of Cups, this can also be looking at other people who are happily in love or happily bonded and connected to somebody and feeling like that got away from you. But you had a hand in this with the Seven of Wands, wherever you are now. And yeah, you, at some point you enjoyed something about your life that kept you there. And you just have to accept responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say with the whole reading, accepting responsibility for where you find yourself in life and just letting it be. And just, I know that's a lot easier said than done, but what is that? What is that? That's like, you can't change it. And the more you think about it, it's just killing something. Even anger at other people is hurting you. It's not hurting the other person, it's damaging you. We have the Eight of Swords now. So this is just really what's happening throughout the reading. This is someone who feels trapped. They feel trapped by life circumstances. They feel trapped by their life condition and situation, but they got themselves here. So you just have to accept responsibility for where you find yourself. And it's almost like saying, screw it. I made a lot of mistakes that got me into a bad damn situation now. Okay. I admit that. Okay, and now what? Now, what do I deserve? Are you getting what you deserve? I don't know if that sounds too strong. It's more like reaping what you sow. You reap what you sow, and okay, I got it, you know. So now what for Aquarius? I would like to take this in a more positive direction for Aquarius. We have the Knight of Wands here. It's a person who's going to change their circumstances, and they're going to be very decisive about it. And they're not just going to make weird little actions or decisions that don't amount to anything, that keep them in the situation where they find themselves now that they don't like. This is somebody who's like, okay, I know what I did before, so I'm going to do it differently. I'm not going to make that same error in judgment. This is also about an error in judgment here. Are you? Are you not, Aquarius? You know, it's not about learning from your past mistakes, because somebody made a conscious action. They did things consciously, and they may have known that what they were doing was a mistake, but they didn't care at the time. And if you're dealing with that kind of energy, it's, what is it more about? It's more about maybe even recognizing your shadow, and that you just did some messed up shit and now you're paying for it, and you just, yeah, you have a little messed up side of you or aspect of you that doesn't lead you anywhere. You know, it doesn't take you anywhere. So it's about, you know, just saying, okay, well, yeah, I can be a little bit mean, or I can be a little bit envious, or I can be a little bit sharp, or I can be a little bit unemotional. And that's, yeah, a lot of people might find that messed up, but okay, whatever, it is what it is. And I'm going to work with it. Something like that. 5 of Wands. This is somebody who's working even with their shadow energy. This might be a requirement for the Aquarius to do some shadow work, because there's a lot of fighting here, a lot of arguments here. You know, just getting somebody who's in an argument with somebody and they're like, you flipping, wish I could slap them. It's like all of that all over this reading, and they're like, you know, they're just running with it. But what, you know, when you lose your, even if you're not saying it on the outside, if you're doing all of that, I mean, what does that really bring you? You're venting, Is the person who's venting, but then what? Is the venting useful? Is that what we mean by working with your shadow energy? Or is it finding a way that you feel comfortable with yourself, that you don't need to do all of that? There's other ways to fight back besides mentally cursing someone. Or mentally, literally cursing, or mentally telling someone off, you know. It's just like, oh my God, Aquarius. We have the messenger of fire again. This was here, now it's here again. Calm down. This is the most I could say. There are other ways to win as well. You know, it's redefining what winning is. This could be letting someone get away with a slight. This is letting someone get away with something a little bit unfair in a way. And I'm not saying to be a pushover, but you don't have to win every fight either. You know, we have the Page of Water. You know, there's a type of innocence here in the Page of Water. This is finding another way to be okay with a bad situation. Now we have the messenger of air. This is the Knight of Air. This is the Knight of Swords here, under the Knight of Wands. This is apologizing to end a fight. This is backing down. This is, yeah, it's almost like just apologizing to win a fight and not still cursing the person in your head and thinking this person is a jackass. You know, it's just because it's almost like you're shaking someone's hand and giving them the middle finger behind your back. You're shaking their hand, but behind their back, you're like, you know, like, go to hell. What is that type of energy? I don't know even how to define it, but that's what I see. And it's the finger behind the back, or it's the 2 fingers up, or it depends on your culture. It's like not feeling the need to do that after you make this peace offering. This is about a peace offering here. That's all what is starting to come through. Look at that. We have the messenger of water, the messenger of air. This is, so we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands again. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Air. We have the Knight of Cups. Do you see what's happening here? This is people who are making peace offerings. The Aquarius might be getting a peace offering. Somebody might be trying to make a peace offering and the Aquarius doesn't believe it. Or they accept it and they're like, you know what? We're still at war. I don't trust you, biatch. I don't trust you, whether that's a man or woman. You can go straight to you know where, but they're still shaking their hand. It's not funny because, you know, come on. You can be skeptical. There can be a healthy dose of skepticism, but, you know, try to work with it. Don't just be skeptical from the very beginning. Really try to make peace. What else do we have for Aquarius? I don't know why I keep laughing. Look at that. We have the Golden Cage. This is the same energy as this now. Somebody who feels trapped. Also could be that the Aquariuses are just not happy about their own life situation, so they could be projecting onto other people because they just feel unhappy and trapped. And that's not necessarily fair or accurate to do to the people around you, whether you like them or not. Look at that. Try to be honest with yourself. And if you give out a peace offering, or if you shake the hand, try not to have the middle finger behind your back on top of the page of water and the Knight of Air. Try to be fair about it. If you don't want to make peace, don't pretend to want to make peace. And finally, look at that, Major Arcana. This is a matter of spirit. And I think that's a beautiful way to end the reading. This is someone who has true intentions. This is someone who is pure of heart. This is someone who's pure of mind. And you will find so much growth in this process of really forgiving the mistakes of your past, looking at someone, even if they screwed you over, or if they did horrible things to you. This is also about just telling yourself they did the best they could with what they had. You don't know always about people's background. And sometimes people don't share the trauma from their own childhood. That could be being molested. That could be abused. That could be horrible things that happen to them that they don't tell you, that impact who they are as people, where they have these barriers up with the 7 of Wands. But you only come to know them at a certain time. You don't know everything about somebody's past that caused them to be how they are. So even if you've had these type of interactions, you can still look at the person and say, they did the best that they could. Even if they screwed me over and I don't like them right now. Let me try to back off of this a little bit. That's what's written on this reading here. Go back and listen. If you have any comments about the reading, or if it did resonate, or even if it didn't, you can leave some comments below. I always read them. I always respond. If you like the reading, hit the thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe, because it's a way of showing love. It's a way of me knowing that you do appreciate my work. You guys take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.